first of all, I want to get y'all a little bit involved. Y'all probably are not going to like me after this. But I want you to stand if you know anyone who's ever wore scrubs. Either it's your mom, your dad, cousins, friends, anybody. Just stand if you know someone. Okay, look around. Okay, everybody that's standing. All right, I want you to stay standing if you yourself has ever wore scrubs.
Everybody wears scrubs.
All right, now I want you to stay standing if you thought the first time that you went to put on scrubs, it was a breeze. You knew exactly what you wanted, what size you wanted, what color you wanted, and everything fit you first try. Exactly. Finding scrubs can be difficult because you walk in and you don't really know that there's 5 different styles in this one color. You just knew you needed blue. But you didn't know that there's royal blue, there's navy blue, and then there's aqua blue. You don't know what colors there are. You're just coming in because they told you to come get scrubs. So my job today is to explain to you some of the different styles of scrubs and where they came from, where they are today, and where we think that they're going to be headed to. One of the reasons why I think that it is so important for me to talk about scrubs to you today is because that most of the people that wear scrubs don't know what they want or what they need. Also, an average healthcare professional spends $250 a year on scrubs. So obviously you want to know what you're getting if you're going to spend $250 on scrubs. This number to me is very low, because I work in it every single day, and we have people that'll come in monthly and they'll drop that easily one time because scrubs are expensive. Also, I think this is relevant for you today because scrubs, Monster.com, which is a business website, says that the medical field is going to be one of the top 12 growing job opportunities of employment in the upcoming years. So obviously that means that the demand for the job is going to be higher, so therefore more than likely sometime in y'all's future y'all are going to have to wear scrubs. So I want to tell you about the past, the present, and the future scrubs. And by the end of my speech, hopefully you'll be able to describe what they were like in the past, what they were like now, and what they're supposed to be. In the past, 2 questions when I think about scrubs were, why did they wear dresses, A, and B, why were they white? Like, what made them choose white? While I did my research, I found out that the reason they wore dresses was because of religious affiliations. When you were sick to begin with, like in the 18th or in the 19th century, a lot of people, you didn't go to a nurse. Your family provided your health care. But sometimes people like Florence Nightingale started to pioneer the nursing path. When they started pioneering it, they just wore their old dark clothes with a white apron over it. Well, as diseases started spreading, they decided to go with one uniform that's just your work uniform. You don't wear it out, so you're not spreading diseases and you're not causing sickness to spread. But still that doesn't answer the question why it was white. So as I dug a little deeper, I found out that the reason that they chose white uniforms was because they thought it would set a standard of cleanliness, because white is pure and it makes you think of clean, happy, sterile places. Okay, now that I've told you about the past, we're going to talk a little bit about the present, the scrub in the present day. One of the major differences you see is the color, obviously. It's not white anymore. So that was another question I had. I was like, why are they not white anymore? Why did we automatically start changing to different colors? And I found that the white scrubs were causing the doctors their eyes to be strained, and they were not performing adequately on the job force because they were so tired. So they started to wear green scrubs, and these scrubs were cotton scrubs. And if you've ever wore cotton scrubs, they feel like cardboard. You're wearing cardboard on your body. They're so uncomfortable. And as time went on, they started to get new fabric blends. And the fabric blends are like spandex, rayon, polyester. And you probably, that makes no sense to you, but if you felt them, you would understand. One is hard, one is soft. The spandex allows stretch in your clothes. There's actually clothes called extreme stretch. And Pro Flexibles is another scrub type. Those give you a little bit extra wiggle room. Also, they make antimicrobial fibers. And when I heard that word, I was like, what in the world is that? But what it is it lets, it puts like a shield up for bacteria. It is harder for bacteria to rest in the fibers of the clothes, so therefore bacteria isn't spread as easily. Also, you have modern styling. Now, I wore this scrub today on purpose because it's a little bit hard to see this on this slide. You might can see it in this. I don't know if you can or not. But it's a V-neck. And the one I have on today is a mock wrap. That is just a top of the neck style that's different. You also have pockets. I have pockets inside of pockets, inside of pockets. There's pockets everywhere. And this, on this shirt, these little bullet points, they're all the different amenities to the scrubs. You also have it in the pants, just the way they flare, the way they tuck in on the leg, the way they, their waistbands, everything's different. So when you come in, you have no clue what you're on. So you have to take these into account, whether it's gonna fit your body type or not. Okay, now that we've talked about the past and the present and the many different styles now, we're gonna talk about what's coming up. Many of you know this actress. Her name is Sofia Vergara. I don't know how to say her last name. Anyway, she is coming out. She's launching her new scrub line. And this scrub line is solely hers. So the prediction is that many more celebrities are going to jump on board because that is a huge demand. Also, activewear. Activewear includes yoga pants, dry fit, and these aren't just for girls. Guys have the same, the dry fit scrubs and the soft materials, and that's why they're predicting that it'll go to after this. So as you can see, scrubs have constantly progressed and are predicted to progress even more as time goes by. I hope that when you go out today that you will pay attention to the people outside. Just look around when you go out somewhere and watch how many people actually do wear scrubs and all the different styles available in the scrubs. Thank you.